again. I'm like making up for like my severe like lack of videos by doing like 2 in like less than 24 hours. You know, now that I've actually got like a TV in my room, I've actually got like Sky in my room, so I can actually like watch like Raw and Smackdown now, which is like cool. So I actually stayed up and watched Raw last night, so I thought, oh, why not do like a Raw review thing as I'm actually watching it. So if I actually can be bothered to stay up and watch Raw like every week, it'll probably become like a regular thing, and I'll like keep doing Raw review. I'm not sure about Smackdown though. I'll try and like do Smackdown ones as well, but I haven't watched Raw and Smackdown in absolutely ages. It was like probably about 2005 was like the last time when I actually watched it regularly, like as in like watched it like every week. I think the last one I actually watched was the one where I went and saw live in April last year. That was the last time I actually watched Raw. Obviously I don't know what the standard of Raw has been like, but obviously when I actually used to watch it ages ago, it got so bad, which is why I stopped watching it. But I actually really enjoyed Raw last night. Maybe it's just me, everyone else probably say that they completely hated it, but I actually thought it was quite good. I'm not really too sure how to review Raw. Obviously I'm not going to do it like the same way which I review a pay-per-view. I'll probably just generally just talk. At the very start of Raw, Edge came out and started talking. I was on the phone at the time, so I kind of like missed what he was actually saying. So he was basically saying, you know, that he was back and how he'd been like, obviously while he was on the sidelines, he'd watched Jericho and how he'd gone on with like Big Show and stuff, like, you know, became a tag team with Big Show, and now this was his chance. Text message. Yeah, how this was going to be like his time now. He was going to go on, you know, to WrestleMania and defeat like the champion, whoever it may be. And then Sheamus came out and interrupted him and said that, you know, Sheamus had done more than like Edge had done. He said that, you know, that he'd beaten Cena, he'd beaten Orton, and then Edge said that, you know, well, he'd done that, you know, over the years. And then Sheamus said that he was giving him the chance to walk out and go and face the champion on SmackDown. Yes, then they just like was having like a face off, you know, they're like staring at like each other. But then Sheamus hit Edge in the face with the microphone, and then Edge retaliated and attacked Sheamus. Yeah, he hit the spear at the end as well. So that was a good opening segment. It was actually an interesting opening. All this obviously because it's, I think the next pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber. I'm sure they've changed the whole name to that now. Seriously, keep it as No Way Out. Fair enough, Elimination Chamber matches, but do not rename the whole pay-per-view Elimination Chamber. Stupid. But yeah, so all in this pay-per-view, like all the matches were Elimination Chamber qualifying matches, and the matches in themselves weren't too bad. It was just obvious who was going to win every single one of them. Well, apart from the last one, I wasn't too sure. But yeah, so the first match was John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and so obviously I was like, John Cena's going to win this one. So there's like no way that Cena's not going to be in the Elimination Chamber match. Cody Rhodes actually did a pretty nice moonsault in this match. That was cool. But in the end, Cena got the win with the attitude adjustment. So Cena's progressed onto the Elimination Chamber. The second match was Jack Swagger versus Triple H. I wonder who could possibly win this one. Triple H got a lot of offense in, did the face buster and the spine buster. He went for the pedigree, but Swagger managed to reverse it. But then in the end, Triple H gets pedigree for the win. So at the moment, it's Sheamus, John Cena, and Triple H in the Elimination Chamber. Match number 3 was Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels, and obviously this one I was a bit like, I don't actually know who's going to win this one, because obviously I thought like both of them would be in it. So this one was actually a good match. The crowd were really into this one. Really wanted to see this one. HBK had the offense in at the start. He got a neck breaker. Orton went for the like horizontal DDT, but HBK managed to counter out of it. Orton did a nice backbreaker and a standing drop kick. HBK went for the sweet chin music, but that got countered. Orton tried to hit the RKO, but that got countered. HBK hit the inverted atomic drop and the knockdown, but then he went to do like the kip up, but while he was in the middle of doing that, like Orton got like the roll up and won, and it was such a shock, like seriously, out of like it came out of nowhere, like even like the whole crowd were all like, oh, no. So yeah, so Orton won that one, so he's also in the chamber. And then obviously Shawn Michaels was like completely gutted obviously because he like lost it, he didn't win the Royal Rumble and he lost that match, so he was obviously not happy. Match number 4 was Mark Henry versus Ted DiBiase. This one I was thinking, Ted DiBiase is probably going to win. Ted DiBiase. Whatever, I don't care. I've been told that I say his name wrong, but whatever. This match was pretty dull. It was like the worst of all the qualifying matches. The arm breaker got the win for Ted DiBiase because he'd been working on Mark Henry's arm throughout the match. Then after this there was a segment that showed The Miz and Big Show were waiting in the guest host like office, who was William Shatner. And so they were in there talking about, you know, yeah, saying that they wanted a title shot, but then CM Punk and Festus, or whatever his name is now, and that woman whose name I still can't remember, they came in, and seriously, I'm sorry, but CM Punk needs to shave that beard off. It is disgusting. It is seriously horrible, but that's besides the point. Now Liam's not going to talk to me for saying that on a video, but I don't care, it's horrible. So I really don't like facial hair. No offense to people who have beards, but it's bad. But anyway, so they came in and said that they wanted a title shot as well, but then Big Show and Miz were like, oh, you're not even on this show, you don't deserve a title shot. But then William Shatner came in and said that what he was going to do is that next week on Raw it will be a triple threat match for the titles. It will be DX versus the Straight Edge Society versus Miz and Big Show. The fifth qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber was Kofi Kingston versus the Big Show. Big Show hit a nice spear. Oh, Miz came down and he was on commentary, but then he came out and he was gonna he was taunting like Kofi, but then MVP came running through the arena or running down like through the crowd, and then he chased Miz out of the arena. It went back in the ring, and I think whether Big Show was like choking Kofi, so Kofi was kind of flailing his arms around like trying to like get Big Show off of him, but he accidentally like hit Big Show in the eye, so Big Show was kind of blinded. So then Big Show like went to punch Kofi, but completely missed and like knocked out the referee. So another referee came down and disqualified Big Show. So because Big Show got disqualified, Kofi automatically went into the chamber. Yeah, so that should be a pretty good match. In fact, if Kofi actually makes it to the chamber this year, so obviously last year he got taken out. And then after that, it was the final segment. It was Bret Hart confronting Vince McMahon. So I don't know, maybe it was just me, but Bret Hart didn't seem to get a lot of reaction when he first came out. He didn't. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but it just didn't seem like it was very loud, the reaction for him. He started like talking, saying obviously, you know, how he wasn't here to make peace with Vince McMahon. He was here to basically beat him up. So he called Vince McMahon out. He talked about how when he had a stroke 8 years ago, I think it was, he'd felt really pathetic, and after he'd managed to get up out of the wheelchair and walk again, he said that he wasn't going to let himself feel that pathetic ever again. But Vince McMahon had made him feel pathetic on Raw the last time he was on there, when he like kicked him and knocked him down. So basically, yeah, he said he'd still got enough left in him to beat up Vince. So then Vince started talking and saying how he hadn't regretted anything that he'd ever done, and he was like mocking Bret Hart and things, and saying that he deserved to be screwed, and that he wasn't going to induct Bret Hart's dad into the Hall of Fame because he didn't deserve it. So then Bret Hart kind of snapped and started attacking Vince. It kind of looked really awful and terrible. But, you know, obviously the fans all wanted to see it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Obviously I didn't watch wrestling when Bret Hart was around, so to me I was just like, yeah, well then. Bret Hart was attacking Vince, but then Batista came out and started attacking Bret Hart, and it just looked awfully sloppy, the actual like fighting, and it just looked terrible. So, but then Batista held Bret Hart, you know, so that Bret Hart couldn't move, and then Vince McMahon spat in Bret Hart's face, and that was how Raw finished. I thought it was actually a pretty good Raw. I've already like rambled on for like ages now, but oh well. So yeah, so for me, like to watch that, I was like, I actually enjoyed like the whole thing and didn't like get bored, because obviously that's why I stopped watching Raw years ago, because it just was completely dull. But no, I actually really enjoyed this one, so I will definitely be carrying on watching it. Obviously, yes, everyone else probably thought that this Raw was like awful, but I didn't care. So yeah, that was my first, well actually second, but yeah, first current Raw review. Yeah, so apologies for doing another video in such a short space of time. You're probably thinking, get off my screen. So continue to rate and comment and subscribe and stuff, and tell me what you guys think of Raw. And because obviously, to me, it's a lot better now than when I stopped watching it back in I think 2005. But obviously, it doesn't like compare to like when I first started watching it back in like 2000, 2001, because I would not miss Raw for like anything. I like had to, if I wasn't home, I would have to like record it and watch it like all the time. So let me know what you guys think of like the current state of Raw, because obviously, being someone who hasn't watched it, I would like to know like if it's improved like in the last few years, or if you think it's worse and stuff. So just let me know and stuff, because yeah, that would be cool and stuff. So yeah, I said stuff far too much, so I'm going to stop talking completely now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!